Hi, Yvonne Ruiz here, Water in Our Weight Loss, and today is day 19 of 31 Days of July challenge for me. And I have been in this month of like exploration and changing my perspective and journaling it out, like journaling my little heart out because I have been finding so many nuggets and so many gems in just like figuring things out with myself and eating and what food really means, to me, why food has been a problem for me. And I will be sharing some of those nuggets with you right now, especially because in future videos, but now like I'll be doing a few of them because it's quiet and I have the time. So I just want to share how the Carbohydrate Addict's diet has helped me to this point. So day one, Yvonne starting this experiment in February was like, okay, I'm gonna try the Carbohydrate Addict's diet. I'm gonna stick to it. And from that point to now, it has done wonders for me. And I mean that I am not compulsive around food. Well, let me backtrack. The hour that Carbohydrate Addict's diet is like the golden hour, right? It's like, man, I could have whatever I want during that hour. Okay, but that was my approach. That has been my approach for the last 5 months. But in about the last few weeks, and especially with the last week, I have come to these realization about food and what it means to me, and especially carbs. I realized that food is expression. Food has an expression to it. It has an energy to it, and that is beyond, the caloric energy that it contains, and that is man designated. You know, so there's that. I will be talking more about that in another video. But for this one, I want to share how I needed the Carbohydrate Addict's diet as a crutch for me to get to this point of realization with what food means, what carbs mean to me, and why it was so hard for me to accept 2 months ago when I said I wanted to go low carb during my reward meal. And now I realized that I was like, oh, I'll never eat carbs again, like really. But Carbohydrate Addict's diet has given me boundaries, and I think that's what my personality needs. That's what I just thrive with, is just knowing like what are the guidelines, so I can stick to them, even though I was making up my own rules for the reward meal. But there's that. So that's why I gotta up my game for the reward meal, so that I am actually losing weight, because this is water in our weight loss after all, and that is my true intention, is to get my body weight and size down. So I realized, okay, so I mentioned a couple days ago that OA, I had been to OA, and they mentioned abstinence from your trigger foods. For me, that is just carbs in general, like even potatoes, even though they're not sweet, that I realized that potatoes for me have an expression. I'll share that with you. And so being that Carbohydrate Addict's diet had given me the guidelines, and I eat low carb 23 hours a day and eat carbs within 1 hour a day every day. So I'm like, okay, it will be easy for me to abstain from carbs because I only have to focus on this 1 hour a day. And Carbohydrate Addict's diet has not failed me for parties, holidays, and other like food centric events, like potlucks and other little get-togethers and things like that. So I was able to stick within my hour, even outside of my control. At someone else's house or event or whatever, I was able to stay in within my hour, because it was like pre-decided. Like, I'm going to this party, I need to stick to my hour, and when they pass the cake or whatever after my hour had ended, was okay with that. So one approach that I'm using that has worked, like I wasn't expecting this, is that I upped my protein intake during my complimentary meal. And it started out with me not even wanting the treats during my reward meal, so I just kind of stuck with that. I'm like, okay. And then through journaling, I had realized that I am addicted to carbs and food in general. And so now I'm with realizing about the OA experience and doing that work, was that now it's like OA says take it one day at a time. Well, Carbohydrate Addict's diet has given me the framework to only have to do it during 1 hour at a time every single day. So it's like, okay, I only have to worry about my carb addiction during this 1 hour of time, because that's the last 5 months, this is what I've been working with. So I'm not like, it's not like, oh, I had to manage it all day long, I had to like fight back all day long. It's like, no, okay, up the protein intake, and then come reward meal, those meals have actually been light. I've only been using like protein shakes and eggs. Like last night I had fish and a protein shake, and that was it. That was my dinner, where normally it would have been a full-on meal with, like, forget the protein shake, right? It would have been like a regular shake, like a milkshake or something like that, some kind of carb, sugary kind of treat, and probably more than one treat. I'll be honest, like I don't like milkshakes, but like a treat like cake or brownies or cookies or something, tortillas, like a lot of them. It would have been something along those lines. And with the protein intake, I'm just finding that come my reward meal, it's not a big deal. The carb addiction is not a big deal for that 1 hour. So I'm just happy to say that. And I just realized that I couldn't have gotten to this point on my own if I hadn't started with the Carbohydrate Addict's diet and journaling. There's another I have something else to share, but I'll share that in a minute on another video. And I just needed that. I needed the framework. I needed the discipline to get me to this point to say I'm ready to finish what I started. So see you in a minute. Bye.